Hi everyone. So we're going to keep it about the healing tonight because I feel a lot of people need it. Whatever I was collectively picking up on last night, let's just say I've heard of ample evidence to back up why I was picking up on such a low mood. So unfortunately, we're talking at least three horrible things that I've heard of. And I mean, this was only since last night, so it's that I'm feeling a bit flat. So, but it's because I'm feeling people's pain. So I'm here to send some healing out. So if any of you are needing that healing, you can get some healing, whether you're on live or on replay. And I think I'll just sit quietly for, I don't know, about 5 minutes, but a few minutes, and I'll see if anybody's joining me so I can say hi and stuff before we start. But if not, I'll just say hi. But I'll just burn the sage. Hello, Sophia. Sophia, how are you? I'm just giving people a wee minute to arrive. I mean, I only told my groups, which I don't usually tell my groups when I'm coming on here, but I just felt called to let people know, unless, in case anybody wanted to come on, so they might come in. But if not, I'll just send some healing. So send in whoever needs the sage vibes out there, some sage vibes, and say hi if you're there and you're not shy. Or don't say hi if you're in your feels. I'm in my feels. If I wasn't having to hold this, I wouldn't be talking. So, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking. Hello, Michelle. How are you? So I was just saying there, Michelle. Oh, there's 5 people watching. I was just saying there, Michelle, that I've got ample evidence today. Not that I needed it, but I've heard not just 2, like 2 or 3 or 4 things where people are not feeling so great. So there's a lot of low energy in the collective. So I'm going to just focus on sending out a bit of healing tonight. So this one's not going to be about the card. So just so that people know that if they like the cards, you might find this one boring, but we shouldn't always make it about the cards, because my purpose is a lot bigger than that. Than read, as fun as it is. So I'm here to be a channel of healing tonight. But like I always say, the cards are healing as well. But sometimes I feel it can pull away from what I'm really here to be doing, which is just showing up and giving people healing. So anyway, hello Jen, how are you doing? So I'm going to light this candle tonight. Specifically, I've already got the one burning there for just, I always do that before I come on, but I'm lighting this candle. Oh God, it's like, I have to just stress, I don't want to go into loads of detail, but nothing directly has happened to me, but you would think it had from how I've been feeling today. But it's just, I'm picking up on several different things. But one of the things that, and again, and they're all pretty bad. I mean, I just literally just heard of something else there where somebody's really unwell, like a child. So Do you know what? I'm going to get a candle for each of these. Is anyone else? I mean, should I light a candle? Yeah, I'm going to light a candle for each of the things I'm talking about. Oh, of course, I've not got. No, we'll just light the one cut. Right, I've got that candle lit up there. I'm going to light this candle for the wee boy I just heard about that isn't doing good. We'll just put that in. Somebody very close to me has lost a loved one. So definitely sending healing to my soul sister there. And again, we're not naming any names. So if anybody does know, let's keep people's privacy here. And something that's really affecting me, like, which this isn't unusual. I get, when I get really, I've always been like that since a kid, but a girl's actually missing here right now in my local area. So, when something feels that close to home, like i.e. literally on your doorstep pretty much, I don't know, it affects, it makes it all that more real, doesn't it? So I've and I'd said to my membership, there's just no way that I can, I was going to be pre-recording something. I was like, I'll just do something for you in place of that, like writing our goals down when I come back to work next week. But I just felt I needed to come on and do something tonight, and that's why we're sending the healing. But yeah, so like I say, that little boy I just heard of, the person that's grieving, because let's face it, there's going to be more people than just that person I've mentioned. And yeah, particularly that's what's really weighing on my, along with other things, like that's really weighing heavy on my heart, is that girl that's missing. So let's just pray that she turns up safe and well. And the thing is, she's been missing since at first it said New Year's Eve, but actually she was in my, like, literally like in my local area and on New Year's Day. But I mean, it's the 5th tomorrow, so that's, I'm just feeling the worry around that. So yeah, I've already been praying and sending out healing to to find her, but I just felt it's a lot stronger. Hi Bridget, a lot stronger if we can all just give our energy to that and just put out our prayers and our healing to help that girl be found, or whatever's went on there, and just send out healing to whoever needs it. So if anybody else has got anything else that they want to put in the mix, and obviously just sending out healing to the collective, you don't need to say, you can just privately to yourself be like, yep, I want healing for me. Or you can say it in the comments. And that's what this will be for. Okay, so that's what that candle's always burning for, healing wherever anyone needs it. But it just feels like I just wanted just to be a part of. Now the lighter's not fucking working. But I wanted to bring a bit of blooming humour into it. Right, I'm going to go and get the, oh no, there's something in that, isn't it? I was going to go and get another lighter, but we don't need to get another lighter because we can just light this candle from the other candle. And that's like when you run out of light or you run out of energy, there's always somebody else that can be the light for you. Love it. So we'll light this candle for those situations that I've mentioned. And I'm just really aware, that I don't particularly want to watch back yesterday's, to be honest, because it was really heavy energy that I was picking up on. I've done it. You got it, you thought of it after. I think the comments are really slow. I don't particularly want to watch back yesterday's because it just felt like a heavy energy with like other kind of complicated, dramatic stuff that I was picking up on. But in light of different things that I've heard, it was definitely picking up on people that were grieving that I didn't know about yet, so I was obviously picking up on things I hadn't known about yet. And also I know that it's different people's anniversaries and stuff, loved ones and that, and it's interesting that I was led to use those cards. And if there's any kind of theme, I did pull a card before I came on, and it was make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. So I really do feel that I'm sending healing out to whoever needs healing with this difficult decision that they need to make. And it could just be somebody overthinking as well, and you just need to give yourself a break, because actually I can feel spirit saying that to me. That's what I was doing. I was going to be, today was my big plan, which wasn't a big plan, but I was just going to be recording whatever I was going to be doing for the groups and chilling. And it's just, I've just been feeling really flat. I was actually in a really bad mood earlier, but it's again, I can just feel people not feeling so good. Hello, Jennifer. So with that all being said, if you've just arrived, we're doing healing tonight. So I'm going to I'll talk a little bit, and then I just want us to maybe just sit in silence for like 10 minutes, because it's 20 past here, and then I'll just get off. It depends, because if I talk for 5-10 minutes, and I'll say, we're not going to put a time on it, right? But I'll guide us into sitting in the stillness, and then we'll sit. And you're welcome to just send your love and your light and your prayers and your good intentions to the people that need it, and you can watch replay for what's saying. And just like say the collective energy need it now too, because like I said last night, we're a few days away from being in a Pisces moon, and Pisces moon is about the collective, and it was 12th house, it's the collective, and it's spiritual healing, spiritual awakening, to anything to do with meditation and healing, and but it's also where people can feel very alone in their deepest fears, and definitely about surrendering for a prayer, which was what came up last night. So like I say, I just feel I'm really feeling a lot of the pain. I think there's gonna be a lot of people struggling this week, have to, it's this time of year as well, isn't it? But right, anyway, so enough chatting. So this is where you're welcome to close your eyes if you're going to join. Just listen, just do your thing. And if anyone else joins, I'll not be saying hi and stuff. They'll get the gist of it. So just close your eyes, getting comfortable where you are. Breathing in, telling yourself relax. Breathing out, telling yourself release. And then breathing in, telling yourself relax. And breathing out, giving yourself permission to release whatever's been worrying you, stressing you out, upsetting you. And that even goes if there's anyone watching that's been affected with the particularly heavy things that I've mentioned. Just give yourself the gift of this stillness for this moment. Worrying isn't going to help you. So I want you to begin to imagine, as you're breathing in, relaxing, and breathing out, releasing, Begin to imagine a cloud of mist forming above the top of your head. And this cloud of mist has the power to dispel any negative energies or entities, anything hanging about your aura that doesn't serve you at this time. And breathing in that way that you know relaxes you and you know how to do. We all know how to breathe, but I want you to really breathe in, relax, and I can feel all the energy, all the healing going straight to the heart, as it usually always does. So if you feel any kind of tickly energy, I don't use normally say tickly, but heat on your back or at your front of your heart, that's you're just being open to the healing. I just want you to now imagine that cloud of mist falling down over the top of your head, smoothing over anything that doesn't serve you in this moment, falling down gently over your eyes, relaxing your eyes. And if you are wanting to fall into a state of hypnosis, and even those of you that don't want to, just be warned it happens with me. I'm a hypnotherapist, and before I was one, it happened anyway. Just surrender to whatever you want to call it. Surrender to the healing and let your eyes gently close if you haven't closed them already. Knowing that if you wanted to open your eyes, you absolutely could. But because you just want to surrender to this healing for you, because although we're here sending healing out to the situations that I mentioned, we're also here to get healing for ourselves. Because you're worthy of getting that healing for yourself as well. And especially those of you that are healing other people, you need to fill up your own well as well. And Spirit actually reminded me that I pulled the empty well on one of the recent videos. I just remembered that. So that energy is moving over the eyes, knowing that you've got full control, that if you wanted to open your eyes and go about your business, you absolutely could, but you just surrender and relax to the healing. And the cloud of mist now falls down over the rest of your face, relaxing your face, and down over your throat chakra. And this is where at some of the chakras, I'm usually guided to, it might seem like I'm going off track and having a wee chat, but it's just what I'm picking up on collectively. So as this cloud of mist is falling down over our head, it's moving over the busy thoughts and the intense downloads. It's coming in collectively and on an individual basis, and whatever's going on with everyone personally. And over the third eye, where your soul is being enlightened to worldly situations, and my eyes are being drawn to the word deception on a card. In the world, and maybe in your personal lives where you need to be opening your eyes more, being more discerning. Your third eye is only opening to what your soul can handle. Whatever your soul can handle, you'll be able to see more of. And it's good stuff too. It's good when you start to open your eyes, your spiritual sight more, or for the first time. It can be kind of weird, but it can be kind of wonderful. And around here, we like the word weird. And then the energy falls down over your throat chakra. And this is where, wherever you're struggling to own more of who you truly are, or to speak your truth and express yourself in the world, to share your feelings with someone or people in general, to trust, whatever else you feel may be a throat chakra issue, We particularly ask for the healing to go in where you need that. And definitely with lots of the things that I mentioned at the start of this, for a lot of the stuff that happens in life, there aren't any words, particularly for anybody that's lost a loved one recently, or not even recently, just like what came up in the reading that I done last night. Grieving your losses, it's certainly putting a lot into perspective. When I said it doesn't always need to be a person that's died, it can be situations in your life that have died, changed. You're needing to let go. We're letting go of, some of us are still letting go of the last year and adjusting to being in this new year. And it's not easy when we have sad things that happen, when we want to be in that new energy. Again, it's one of these things that life isn't always, you don't get to pick and choose everything, do you? So we just want to really honour that as well, that whether it is you, that's someone that's experiencing a time in your life where you're a bit lost for words, or if you're having to comfort someone that's going through something really difficult like that, just know that even just by offering your energy and whatever words you have, even if it is simply just to say, look, I really don't know what to say, but I just want to let you know that I'm here. Sometimes that can be all somebody needs to hear. And if you're somebody that needs to ask for help, I hope that you can reach out to the people that care about you to say whatever it is you need to say. Like somebody close to me recently had just said, like I always say to the people close to me, I say, if any of you are struggling, just, you don't need to tell us what it is, just say, can you send me love? And that's what we do. And we all need to learn to do that in life. And that's why I feel I'm being led to come on here every night, even when I do feel a bit flat myself, so that people know that they're not alone. Even if I'm sitting here talking to myself, that's okay, because someone will be watching it back when they need to, even if it's 6 months down the line. So that was a lot that came out of the throat chakra there. So now the energy is moving down to the higher heart chakra. And this is where I always like to call on Saint Germain and the violet flame to cleanse, clear, and delete any previous requests that no longer serve our highest good, to make way for what will serve our highest good and the highest good of all involved. That's a brilliant energy for transmuting pain. And that is what I'm picking up on in the collective right now. A lot of pain, a lot of worry, a lot of fear. Then the energy moves down to your heart. And I want you to just pull in unconditional love, whatever you might see that as something or feel it. You might feel yourself being enveloped. I can't seem to say that word tonight, but yeah, enveloped by angels' wings or pink light or whatever it is for you. Just know that unconditional love is coming into you for wherever you're at tonight, whether you're actually not feeling so bad and you're just sending out your love because for once you're feeling in your strength, or at this particular moment you're feeling okay. Or perhaps you are somebody that doesn't feel too great. Maybe you can't even put your finger on why you don't feel great. Or maybe you're like me and you're just feeling all the feels for the people around you. Wherever you're at, just pull in that unconditional love for you. And then the energy moves down your stomach, your solar plexus, your feelings. This is where you worry about everything. where you give away your power. And we do that all the time, sometimes without even realizing until we've done it. Most of the time, actually, without realizing. This is where you trust or you don't trust. It's where you experience joy or unhappiness. So we want to call back our strength, call back your power, call back your joy. Even if it's the little things. If you are somebody that's in a really difficult place, having just lost someone or in a place of grief, I pray that you can just allow yourself to be there, but just take care of yourself in the way that you would take care of someone else, and just not feel like you have to respond to your messages and pick up the phone and see everyone else. You'll know what one resonates for you. And then we move down to the sacral chakra, where we open up to receive that love, or where we give. It's where we give and receive, finding that balance of receiving love for yourself and giving love out. Balancing your masculine and your feminine energy. And then the energy moves down to the root chakra, your grounding, your safety, your security. And equally, it can be where you don't feel safe, you don't feel secure, you don't feel grounded. And that's, I'm feeling a lot of that in the air. And so what I've just been doing now, this is just my energy healing that I've been channeling for years, that it's kind of same old, and it's kind of new, depends on the energy, what comes through. Oh, didn't mean to rhyme. So everything that's been being gathered as I've been saying all of that, I just want you to trust and know that all that healing, all that personal healing that needed to come through for you to pull your energy, all the stuff that doesn't need to be in your aura, stuff that you can let go of. Being realistic about if you are in a particularly painful place, that you may have to stay in that painful place right now. We have to allow ourselves to be where we are sometimes. I hope that took the edge off of feeling like you have to do 101 things when really you just need to be taking care of yourself right now, for a lot of you, for everyone in some sort of way. So I want you to now release all that down to Mother Earth. So I want you to imagine roots of your tree coming from your feet, growing down, all the way down to the bottom of Mother Earth, however you imagine that to be. Carrying down all that pain, all the karmic lessons that you've learned. You've learned the hard way, the tough way, because we're in Capricorn season. That's about hard work, tough lessons, paying our karmic debts, repeating old lessons time and time again. But you're done with that now. It's time to let that go. So allow Mother Earth or Pachamama to take that away, taking away the pain down to Mother Earth, keeping you with the lessons. Because everything that you've went through to date, it makes you who you are. Every pain, every struggle, every challenge that you have had, everything that you're still going through, it helps each and every one of us be able to hold other people in their times of pain and struggle and understand and empathize. You can never truly understand how somebody's feeling because you're not them. You can have a whole lot more compassion than many other people might. When you're just able to remember these words, that even if you're not, particularly I feel this is when we're talking about people going through their dark night of the soul, their big spiritual awakening, or a mini dark night of the soul, or they're spiritually awakening for the very first time, which can be really, really scary and really trippy. Seeing 111, 1111, and 333, and 222, and 444, and why am I seeing all these? Like, what is this? Wherever it is you're at. And for many of you, you're long past that, or maybe you're a couple of years into it, or 10 years into it, 15 years, 20 years, whatever your story is. It's just about remembering that there's other people that they're not 10 years into it. They're not even 5 years, they're not 2 years, they're not even a year into it. It's happening now. So just remember that you were that person once where it was all a bit weird, all a bit scary. And if you're anything like me, you were probably asking other people around you if they were seeing it and they weren't. So you really did feel quite alone with it. So at least that's not quite the case today, but I can guarantee you people will still feel like they are all alone with that and they've got nobody to tell. But that's not true if you've found me on here, is it? Whether you're new or a hashtag oldie. So sending all that down to Mother Earth, cutting the cords of fear, lack, negativity to the old earth, which is what we're here for, which is why I'm coming on here every night. We're seeing it happen. We're detaching from the old ways of the world, which just don't work. The control, the toxic energy, the pain, that all needs to go. Been prophesied by the shamans, by the great psychics, channelers, healers. We're in the process of creating the new earth. And that's what we're all here to do. If you're led to listen to me, a lot of the time, that's what you're led to do as well. You may even be a grid worker like me, led to walk about the earth, seeding the light, walk about different parts of the world, seeding the light. Just follow wherever your soul is being called to. That's the time that we're in. You don't get to see the whole staircase. You just got to stay in the moment and trust and follow the signs, follow the breadcrumbs. So now I want you to, we've detached from the old earth, connect to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your masculine and feminine energy within. And whatever it else is you feel you need tonight, peace, strength, maybe you've lost your joy, you need to pull up a bit of joy. I wondered when that was going to come into this. But as I said that, so just keep pulling up whatever it is you feel you need from the new earth. Knowing that that's there for you to hold you and protect you. Pull up that energy all the way up to your heart. And the other day, I didn't watch all of it, but I caught a bit of Inside Out, the kids' film. But those of you that have followed me for years will have probably heard me say several times before that I feel I got more teaching from that film than I did from my counselling degree. And it's because there's a bit of a spoiler alert, but not really. If you haven't seen this film, the basic gist of it is there's a character called Joy that is controlling the happy memories in the little girl. And there's a character called Sadness, which is obviously dealing with the sad memories. And what I really got from that film was we all know somebody that's just always seems to be happy all the time. And so happy that it's kind of like they can't be that happy all the time. Like they must have a down day. And we all know from high profile people that have, a lot of people high profile that have, really been really happy and bubbly and actually the way they've chose to, to leave, to take their own life, sadly, in a lot in a lot of cases, it's been, what you see is not always the truth of it. And I bet a lot of people can take what I'm saying there. But what I feel Spirit is trying to say is, it's what I meant when I said it's, you don't have to be joy all the time. You don't have to be happy all the time. And actually, it's kind of annoying, isn't it? If you know somebody's sad and they're trying to pretend they're happy, and you'd rather they just own it and just look, just be where you're at. I would feel like, I'm trying not to swear if there's kids on here, but I wouldn't feel very good if that had happened to me either, to be, putting it mildly, whatever it is people are dealing with. And that's really what I got from that film. Is it's, and that they're making me not spoil it, but it's just really poignant that, everybody seems to love the Joy character, and she's like the one that everyone's homing in on. And the one that's kind of dragging herself around, which is Sadness. It's almost like you could see it as your shadow self, but actually that Sadness character ends up really consoling and helping Joy when she's trying to not cry, because she controls the girl's feelings. And I didn't watch up to that bit, so this is from memory. I'm remembering it kind of, so if it might be a bit wrong, but I'm sure that's the gist of it. Is that Joy ends up consoling, sorry, Sadness, the character, that's her names, ends up consoling Joy, and it's like they balance out a little bit. And it's an analogy for, we're both. We can be joy and we can be sadness, and they're equally just as important. Whether you see that as the yin and the yang, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, light and dark, everything has that duality to it. And that's why I always say it's good to, you have to keep it real, because there are moments in life, like when somebody you love has just died, or a pet's just died, or you've broken up with somebody that you loved. And even if you know it's not right anymore, you still had a lot of love at one point. Or even a friend, you had a lot of laughs, you had a lot of good times, but you're on different pages. A job that you loved, that you felt comfortable in, you were in your comfort zone, and now this isn't me anymore. All these things can be really painful. So just honor that. It's important to honor that. So obviously my shadow self is really wanting to say hello tonight. So anyway, with all that being said, I want you to at least be pulling up a bit of joy with all of that very poignant energy I can feel in the air. And pull all that healing up to your heart. And I want you to tune in to the feeling of gratitude, again, for wherever you're at. Whether you're feeling really great, whether you're feeling a bit meh, flat, or whether you're not feeling really that good at all. Hopefully you're feeling even just a smidge better for connecting with the soul family here in me. And I want you to just fill your energy field up with whatever it is that makes you feel really happy. I always say this can be a really happy memory from any time in your life. It could be a person that just makes you smile when you think of them. Whatever it is, I just want you to take a quiet moment. And as you're feeling into that memory, I'm going to get you to just do that for a few minutes, and then I'll talk again. So just do that. Just really feel in and experience that happy, grateful memory or person. And I want you to set a powerful intention that I wasn't going to do a shamanic journey, but I'm feeling we will. We're going to go on a shamanic journey, which, if you've never done that with me before, it will just feel like a meditation. It's a lot more powerful than just a meditation, because we're all gathering together just as if we were in a physical room, sitting around in a circle. It's just we'll be doing it energetically. But I would say pretty much everyone that's here has done that with me before, unless you're on replay or you've just randomly found this. So I want you to set a powerful intention that we're going to be sending healing out to the collective. And we already set that intention at the start. And so we're just keeping it simple. Yeah, we're going to send healing out to the collective, but I'm just going to lead us through the door to sit down in the journey. So I now want you to sense that a door is appearing. So you may see it clairvoyantly, or just sense, or just know, or even just listening to me saying that there's a door there. And this is a door to the shamanic journey, to the spirit world, where we can connect with our guides and our loved ones in spirit, who I really do feel want to gather very close tonight. And again, it's probably got a lot to do with the fact that I was picking up on that yesterday without knowing some of the things that I'd heard after I got off of the live. And then also just because of people being in pain, loved ones in spirit really do want to gather close, and my nose is really itchy and I feel like sneezing, so I can definitely feel them all coming in. And if you've never been on one of my shamanic journeys, as well as being a shaman, because I'm a medium as well, really it's because of both. The loved ones in spirit can come in really strongly. So if you haven't experienced that before, it might be a bit overwhelming or strange, but I just want you to let it be what it is. And for anyone that happens to have lost someone recently, if anyone is listening that's happened to, don't be upset if they don't come in this particular journey. It's, probably too soon if that's the case. But equally, a bit of a word of warning, that usually doesn't stop them where I'm involved, because I can very uncomfortably bring through people from the spirit world just as soon as they've crossed over their chatting. So, and my counsellor side doesn't actually like that. It doesn't agree with it. It's not something that I feel is really appropriate all the time. But hey, if they want to come in and comfort you and maybe just give you a hug, I feel where the case, it might be somebody that's crossed over more recently. They might not talk, and you'll just feel their energy. They might just want to give you a hug. Just let it be whatever it is. But again, that's not the goal of this. We're not going in to do mediumship and to talk to our guides and all that. I just want us to sit in the silence and send the healing. But a lot of you will experience that anyway, just because it's the nature of what we're doing. But it's actually getting on 10 to the hour here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to call on your power animal, keeping your intention in mind that we're sending healing out to the people that need it. Sending love to the situations where people are lost in life, and lost quite generally, missing. If you hadn't heard me saying that there's a girl missing, she went missing from my local area, and I just really wanted to do something. And I've done a lot myself, but we're a lot stronger when everybody gathers together. So, and actually somebody else told me of someone else missing in their local area. So it's collectively, there's a lot of stuff. There always is in the world. So we're sending it wherever that needs to go. So call on your power animal. Most of you on here will know who your power animal is. If you don't know who your power animal is, just notice the animals that pop into your mind, or animal. As soon as I said that, did you just think of an animal? Did you feel one? You might have even heard one. Just trust it. And if you're new to this, then just go with it and just know that your power animal is absolutely there. And the more you listen to these, you'll start to work out what they are. because the next again day tomorrow, you will just see that animal everywhere, and it'll just be letting you know, yep, I'm your power animal. And it might even be something random like that you're like, oh, I wouldn't want that to be my power animal. It's like I say, one of the energies I work with is a snail at my heart. And I was like, a snail, really? But I've also got a wolf and a tiger and lots of other ones. So just be open-minded, because every animal has an energy. And I might actually pull an animal card as I'm talking about at the end, but we'll see. So knowing that we've called on your power animals and they're ready to journey with us, and my voice will go with you and my power animals. Sometimes I can appear as a wolf or a tiger, but my voice will go with you on this journey, and we're all together. So I want you to see yourself walking through that door, closing the door behind you. And if anybody has drifted off asleep or into quite a trance-like state, that's absolutely fine. Again, the nature of this, and been talking for a while, some people fall asleep quite literally or go into a deep place after 5 minutes. Just let it be what it is. It's good because it's your conscious mind relaxing and shutting down for a bit so that your soul can listen. Your subconscious. So we're walking along the unconditional path, unconditional love, rose quartz path, which is pink if you've never seen rose quartz. And with every step that you take, I want you to pull up unconditional love and acceptance for exactly where you're at in this now moment. Knowing that you're loved and you're held and you're safe and you're exactly where you need to be, even though it might not feel like it sometimes. Your soul chose to come here at this time on the planet. I know, I don't know either. So you reach the chakra bridge of unconditional. Oh, that's not what that is, but apparently tonight it's a chakra bridge of unconditional love. Sparkling up your chakras wherever it needs it, and it doesn't need to take long because that's the magic of the spirit world. In my chakra bridge, we just run over it. It's sparkling up our energy centers, and it goes where it needs to for each and every one of us. And this is where you're free to find yourself in your own safe, sacred space, whatever that might look like, whether it's a woodland, a beach, a campfire. But for the sake of people that like a little bit of guidance, I always take people to a very humble old oak tree and a humble old bench, just like you'd find in a park. And actually, when I was down in England this year, I did find a Greenland kind of park place, and it rather randomly did have a large tree with a humble bench under it. So that was quite mystical and magical finding that on a Pisces moon. I don't think I ever shared the photos either. So that's where you can find yourself if that feels resonant for you. But what I'm visualizing is we've got a campfire going, and there's all the tree stumps around it. But this time we're using the energy of the fire as we're all sitting around it to send out that healing energy of all the elements out to the situations that I mentioned at the start of this, and any of your own private ones that you've added in as I've been talking. Just knowing that simply by putting that out there silently, you're making a difference. Just as people would pray or set intentions, that's exactly what we're doing. It's better than doing nothing, guys, isn't it? And just know it does make a difference. You only ever have to be on one of these live chats to see the people saying, oh, my back was sore, my hip was sore. It's gone by the time the live stream ends. Or if you've been on the Facebook Live, you'll see that. So just as long as you're open and you believe the healing will come into you where you need it, and it will go out to where it needs. And let's just hope that I'll be sharing that a miracle occurred for some of the things that I've mentioned, where we're able to do that, because it's in God's hands, it's in Spirit's hands, it's, right, I'm just going to make myself comfy sitting here. So this is where I'm just going to be quiet now, everyone. And I think I'll just leave us sitting in this energy for either 5 minutes earthly time or 10 minutes, but I probably don't want to leave it any longer than that. But we'll just, it is what it is. So just sit in the stillness, getting that healing for yourself and sending it out where it needs to go. And I'm sending whoever needs healing live or on replay, I'm sending you healing as well. Okay, so I want you to keeping your eyes closed. I want you to just prepare yourself for coming back, finishing off any chats that you might be having with any loved ones in spirit, or any of your guides or power animals. Or if you were just enjoying sitting in the healing energy. Before we come back, if you heard me waving about that selenite wand at all, I was being guided to focus in on some of these situations and just send a bit of specific healing to where people needed it. So, like what I was saying earlier, there's only so much you can do, but what we've done here tonight is a lot better than when people think that doing anything like this isn't real, because it is very, very real. And I'm absolutely holding space to hear of miraculous things happening where people needed energy or joy, or they needed to be found, and found quite literally. We're always holding out for that miracle. So now I want you to release whatever guides and loved ones came to comfort us, and see yourself walking up away from the fire or wherever you were seeing yourself. Walking out of here feeling stronger and happier. And like I say, if you are in a place where realistically you just needed that wee bit of strength to go and get yourself a cup of tea or something to eat, or maybe even get yourself to bed early, whatever it was you were needing, or to call a friend, or to reach out to somebody for help, or to stop giving yourself such a hard time overthinking, because I did pull a card about indecision. Wherever it is you're at, you're walking out of here with a little bit more strength, or a big bit more strength, and knowing that you've done a good thing, contributing to the collective energy that needed to go out. So see yourself walking away over the chakra bridge, sparkling up your chakras wherever you need that. And I was saying that 11:11, so like that magical hour. Your wishes have been heard. If it's for the highest good of all, they shall be granted. Walking along the rose quartz path of unconditional love, taking up all that love and healing, compassion for yourself wherever you're at. And we reach the door of the journey, keeping your eyes closed. I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, wide awake, pushing the door, closing the door behind you, back in your body, back in material, and ready to get on with whatever you were going to get on with before you were telepathically called to be on here. Because yes, you were. And you all heard the call. Some of you were maybe electronically told about it too, to be fair, or all of you, I'm not sure. Maybe one told the other and it spiraled, who knows? But thank you for being here on live or replay. And you can let me know in the comments afterwards, because even when you watch it on replay, you will still get the healing that you need, because time is an illusion. So, but let's all visualize us celebrating the people that are missing in particular being found. And again, that can have many meanings for literal people that are missing, or people that are feeling lost in their life. You know, let's see these comment section filled with happy stories. So ready to come back now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thinking about opening your eyes. 1. seeing yourself opening the door, closing the door behind us. We're all out. 1, wide awake, back in the room, back on the Zoom, except the Zoom's on YouTube. You know what I mean? Right, let me know you're here. I'll hang around just for a little bit. In fact, while I'm waiting for you to come back and tell me that you're here, again, I don't want to make this chatty, because I just want to pay my respects to the more challenging, upsetting places that people are in. But I do feel called to pull one of these animal cards. And maybe it'll be one of the animals that escorted you guys. And actually, it is 11:15. Oh, right, as I said it. So if anybody does happen to have fallen asleep listening to me, that's okay as well. And whenever it is you next wake up will be when you wanted to wake up tomorrow morning to get on. Or you maybe would get up at lunchtime. I mean, listen, I'm on holiday, so I'm not getting up in the morning, but tomorrow I am. I need to get up and do stuff. Thanks, lovely. Sending love all around, going to go to sleep now. Bridget, it was you that I was talking to there. I knew that you were, I could feel you sleeping. I could feel you wanted to go to sleep. So sleep well. And my wee pal too, if he's still awake, but hopefully he fell asleep. Pals, but I'm sure you just said there was one of them. Right, so what do we need? Everybody else back? Let me know that you're back. Michelle, you especially, because you were driving, I hope you just put me off. I saw that afterwards. I hope you didn't. No good to listen to me when you're driving. Even if I'm just having a chat, it's never a chat. Very powerful and beautiful, Claire. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope you stopped the car. Right. I was laughing the other day. Somebody that knows me very well knew that I would worry when they were. Well, they just knew that I would worry about something. And then they decided to tell me after they'd done something difficult that it was all okay. And I just was like, it just made me laugh because it was like, I was like, wow. You know me too well, because it's in some ways I don't worry and I trust absolutely. In other ways, you wouldn't believe how much I worry, because like I say, you would think I knew this girl that's missing. I don't know her at all, but I'm definitely putting out there that she's found safe and well, and I bump into her in my local coffee shop and I'm like, oh, you're that girl that was missing. I'm joking, I wouldn't do that, it's kind of awkward, but we want to visualize that happening, because it's better to put that out there than think the worst. Right, so what have we got? Home safely, good. And Michelle, I'd like to think that that's a lovely synchronicity, but we'll not look too much into it, but interesting timing. Right, what have we got? What would be a nice card to go? A nice message for everyone to hear. For frick's sake. I said one and I've got 3. Right, well, I'm going to read Swan, beauty. Swans are a sign of true love to me, actually. Don't know what they mean to you, so let's see what it means in the book. Snake, I work very closely with snake medicine. So, snake medicine is very, very powerful for transmuting energy, the Kundalini energy. My Kundalini spontaneous awakening was very painful. We'll not talk about that right now. And we've got whale, depth. So I'll maybe just scan those cards, but I'll read beauty for the Swan one. I can already see that without having read these, the snake is about the transmuting the energy and the pain that was being healed tonight. The whale is about the depth, because a lot of what I said was pretty deep, pretty intense. And the swan is about the beauty of everybody gathering together. Oh, I'm going past snail in the book. To send that love out to where it needs to go and to receive the love in for you where you need it. And I was calling it in for me as well, because I do feel a lot stronger now as well. So thank you for being here and contributing. Right, so whale, depth, creativity, spirituality, music, complexity. The whale calls to us from the deep waters of the unseen realm and reminds us of the treasures of creativity, inspiration, and spiritual growth. The whale's message admonishes against superficiality. The beached whale is one who's become disconnected from the waters of the subconscious, from the spirit and from the creative realm. To survive, the whale must remain submerged. This lesson is especially important for many sensitive people, which, if you think about it, was what I was talking about tonight, that not everybody can hear about something like a person that's gone missing and not appeared for days on end, or somebody losing a loved one and they can just get on with their day. I've never been that person. It always stays with me. And my feeling is that you'll probably be that kind of person too if you're hanging around watching me. You must remain connected to the unseen realm because that is where your power comes from. And that's very connected to what we just done there. It's very real. If you're now feeling a bit stronger than you were before, you'll be able to feel how real it is. So we'll just, that's all we need to read from that one, but lovely. And snake is, oh, wow. Wow, actually, wow. The last shamanic gathering I was at with my shamanic family, that is the snake card did actually come out for me. So it's interesting. It's the snake medicine is what I use when I am helping people with really, really difficult stuff. So arguably it's just helped me all the time. Desire, healing, regeneration, sexuality, deceit, craftiness, lies, and venom. And that's why sometimes I'm full on psychic detective mode, because it is snake medicine's energy. It's actually something very similar that was channeled to me that day, was again to accept that when there is lies and deception going on, I can, if I'm around, I can help people protect them from it. Because look, I was getting drawn to the deception card, but this one's about someone's wearing a false self mask. And in this sense, I felt I was being guided. Oh God, my eyes just got led to release your ex too. So it's we're not going there again tonight. But again, it's about clearing old energy. So this is for the collective, clearing stagnant energy and not lying to yourself. So that can go for any situation. Again, it's about what I was saying about if you're unhappy, not masking it with pretending you're happy as well. So I'm sure that'll mean different things to different people. The snake is a complex symbol of both death and regeneration, poison and healing. Right, I'm going to read it all. One of humanity's primordial fears, snakes are also a potent symbol of the subconscious. See, they're all about the subconscious, and I'm all about the subconscious. Desire and our darker nature. And I did say that, that's, I felt that we were working with integrating our shadow there as well. We're both attracted to snakes and repelled by them. And then that's very like when I was saying not everybody can handle that, like they don't know what to say to people when somebody dies in particular. I talk about that all the time. It's like, what do I do? It's like, you don't really need to do anything. Just send love and let somebody know you're there. And they'll really come to you when they need you. Carl Jung wrote much about the symbolism of serpents. I will not get into all of that. It's about desire as well, though. The snake can be a guide to deep internal work, yeah, which is why that's what I'm always helping people with, helping you guys with if you're hanging around here. It may indicate a desire for spiritual education, therapy, or the development of greater self-awareness. The snake promises expansion of personal power, healing, and regeneration to those willing to shed their old skin. Yeah, which is what I was saying. Whether it's releasing an actual ex or releasing, as one of my soul sister friends would say, expired relationships, which kind of harsh, but that could appeal to people. But it's old energy, and or old, it could be you shedding the old you. You're not that person anymore. Maybe you allowed yourself to be around situations that now you can see are not good for you, and it's about shedding that skin, having the strength to shed that skin. We must go deep into the waters of the subconscious to find the answers we seek. Well, we just done that. Hopefully you got some answers. And the Cineus snake is also a symbol of sexuality, powerful energy. Right. So let's read this one. Let's end it on some beauty. And then I'm going to go and do something that's not so merged in the subconscious. I don't know what. A bit of tidying up or something. Right, so actually I might go to my bed, it's late. And then I will have a chance at getting up early. Right, where is Swan? Swan, where are you? Swan, there it is. Right, so keywords: beauty, elegance, transformation. So we've got transformation twice: kindness, confidence, and otherworldliness. The graceful swan is an international symbol of beauty and elegance. These large waterfowl feature prominently in many Celtic and Nordic tales of transformation and shape-shifting. Among the most famous of these tales is the Swedish tale Volund, in which 3 Finnish princes were out hunting when they came across 3 women spinning flax on the shore of Woodland Lake. Near each woman were the white feather garments they wore in daily life for their Valkyries. The brothers took the Valkyries to their dwellings where they lived together for a time. After 7 years, the women became restless. They donned their feathers and flew off in search of battle. For at heart, they were warrior goddesses and could not be domesticated. In the Scottish Highlands, swans were said to be the reincarnation of women who had been ill-treated in life. I did not know that. Treating these swans well was seen as an effort to make up for the hardships they endured, and to do so would bring you luck. In most cultures, it's considered unlucky to kill a swan. Well, I mean, why would you? And in England, swans are considered royal birds, of all which belong to the Queen. Whatever. Harassing or harming a swan is punishable by law. Harassing or punishing any freaking bird should be illegal. Right. At times, it may be challenging to find beauty in yourself or the world. We all have days when, wow, that's scary how spot on that is. We all have days when we struggle to find value in ourselves, when we are awkward, depressed, or too focused on our flaws. I'm sorry, but that's pretty crazy with what I said before I even pulled the card. Likewise, the world at large can be dark and dismal place that can seem to be full of ugliness and ignorance. Finding beauty is a discipline, but the pursuit is worthwhile. The spirit of the swan is one of transformation and kindness to yourself and others. It may take work to find beauty. It may require you to set aside your preconceived notions about what beauty means. Allow yourself to connect to the otherworldly. Allow yourself to see the so-called flaws in the world as an essential part of the fabric of existence. And remember the value of kindness, which is always beautiful. That made me go a bit emotional. And on that last sentence, again, you, by even staying here for the whole live stream, which is now been, has it been the magical 90 minutes? Yet again, it has, hasn't it? Can we just safely assume I'm probably most of the time going to be on here for 90 minutes, even if I say I'm not going to be? It's always about 90 minutes. I'm sure I came on here like just after 10. It's just we just fall into a shamanic time zone, you know what I mean? That's what happens. But anyway, yeah, that was really poignant. That last bit that I just read, it's what I was saying. You know, life, the nature of life is that there is beauty in the darkness too, you know, and that's very much what that's very much my energy. You know, that's what I'm here to help people with is knowing, yeah, they're pulling me to that. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. You know that I love a rainbow. I love being out in the fresh air by the sea. And I even kind of, I wouldn't say I love the sun, but you know, I like it more. Yeah, no, I do. You know, I've made friends with the sun. Seen as I was told once that that's one of my guides is the whatever Apollo of the sun or something. But it's I also like that, you know, I love actually the comfort of the dark. The and I used to be afraid of the dark, but you know, it's and I'm saying, you know, when I'm talking about this, some of it's literal, some of it's metaphor, because that's the way that they send the healing from me. But I love the moon and the stars, and I just love you know, I love it when the moon's shining through my window, you know what I mean, at night or whatever, or I just like those moments as well when you wake up kind of like when it's not quite morning, it's not quite night, and you can go back to sleep, especially when I worked in the Matrix and I was like, oh yes, I've got more to sleep. Or now when I'm so grateful that I work for myself and I can, you know, pretty much apart from the things that I've got a set time, I can make it my own schedule, you know, I'm always grateful for that. But anyway, the point is there is beauty in the darkness too, and that is what the divine feminine is about, is that when you just be present and you don't rush yourself out of where you're at, well, it's like I always say, this too shall pass. But hopefully you're not having to say it yourself every day, this too shall pass. But I'm being real with you. If you are somebody that is going through your dark night of the soul or your spiritual awakening, or like say you've already went through that and you're going through a mini dark night of the soul because there's something really difficult going on in your life, which you're not just going to be able to get over in a day or, you know, a short period of time, then just honor your energy levels and honor where you're at and try to love yourself, you know. You don't need to be saying like I unconditionally love myself and accept myself. You know, that took me years to be able to say that. But I do now love myself unconditionally and accept myself. Or I wouldn't be sitting here without a lick of makeup on, without a clue what I just said there in the 99 minutes of the 90 minutes that I've just been on here. I just trust and I show up with good intentions. But yes, honor wherever you need to face in your life, you know, honor the darkness, integrate your shadow, be kind to yourself, because that was the message of that last card. I'm going to get off the squeaky chair now and go. But yes, I'm going to read that last line again because I really like that. And anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I think I will. Allow yourself to see the so-called flaws in the world as an essential part of the fabric of existence. We signed up to be here at this time on the planet to help, to be a helper. But that doesn't mean that you don't get to get the help back to. Do you know what I mean? And remember the value of kindness, which is always beautiful. And like I said, that was, although I'm coming on here every night for the foreseeable, I don't know when I'll stop doing that, but you know what I mean? It's I feel for the rest of Capricorn season anyway, because it works people hard. But tonight it really was about kindness, you know, just when you hear something sad, try to put a bit of light out in the world. And like say, whether you realise it or not, but all of you live right now, probably lurkers too. You are a light worker, you are a light warrior is the word that I prefer, but some people like the word light worker. So if you like light worker, you do you. But I'm a light warrior. An angel upon earth sent to come and help at this time. And so are you. And this angel upon earth is peace out. So sleep well. I shall see you tomorrow. And let's hope we've got some happy news to share about the situations that there needs to be a happy end coming in. And for the situations where people are grieving, just be kind to yourself and keep on healing. You have no idea what a day of positive synchronicities I have today. This was amazing. I learned a great deal tonight. Eternal gratitude, Claire. Oh, I'm glad, Michelle. You're definitely very connected to me and the soul family. So I'm glad you were able to catch. Right, I'll see you tomorrow, ladies. Apparently my laptop's about to conk out on me, so it's probably a sign I need to go and sleep. You're very welcome, Sophia. See you later, guys. Who's that in?